This is a guided movement meditation by the Institute of Embodied Psychotherapy, facilitated by Katarina Gadjanski. To access more of our guided meditations and embodied practices, or to find out about our courses and workshops, please visit embodiedpsychotherapy.org.uk. I'm going to take you through finding some resourceful states through the body, resourceful states of being that you would like to perhaps have more of in your life. And we will start again with the grounding, but this time grounding into your heart, and we'll do a heart-brain coherence meditation because that's a really beautiful way of going in. So we're going to stay standing up if you can. If not, you can also do it on sitting down on the floor or on the chair, but I will be inviting movement, so it is better if you feel okay being on your feet to actually continue kind of standing up, and maybe having your feet like a shoulder width apart and a little bit of bent knees, and just kind of like bouncing gently and letting your energy start to fall, following the rhythm of the music, and just kind of imagining that your energy is traveling downwards into your feet and from your feet into the earth, and kind of feeling that point of contact between the earth and the floor. Just a couple of more breaths, just pulsing your body gently, and then making a pause, closing your eyes. And we're gonna take a few deep breaths into your heart space. And if it helps you to connect to that part of your body, maybe putting one or two hands over your heart space and breathing into it, taking some deep, slow breaths in and out. When you breathe in, noticing this whole area expanding, your heart expanding, your chest expanding, and then letting go as you breathe out. Breathing in, and then see if you can lengthen your exhalations. So if you breathe in, maybe on the count of 4, breathing out on count of 6 or 8, but into your heart. Slowing down and deepening your breath. And 2 more. And on the next inhalation, I want you to imagine that you can breathe through your feet. So bringing the energy of the earth, breathing in through your feet and bringing the breath all the way up. So through your feet and also through your pelvis, all the way up into your heart. And as you breathe out, imagine your heart is opening. So breathing in, bringing the energy of the earth into your heart, breathing out, opening. Breathing in through the feet, allowing that energy to rise up, up, up. Breathing out, opening and releasing. And 2 more like that. And last one. And now imagine that there is an opening to the top of your head, to your crown, and you can breathe in the energy of the sky, of the heavens, of the universe from above. So when you breathe in, you draw that energy down into your heart, and breathing out, opening your heart. So let's do it together, breathing in from the top, into your heart, breathing out, opening your heart. And lengthening that out breath, really doing it nice and slow. And maybe allowing anything that is lying heavy on your heart to open and soften with your exhalation. Releasing and opening your heart. And we'll do 2 more like that, from the above to the center of your body into your heart, and then opening and releasing on the exhalation. And now on your next in-breath, we're going to do drawing from above and drawing from below. So the energy of the earth coming from down and the energy of the universe and the sky coming from up and meeting in your heart. So breathing in into your heart, breathing out, opening to the front, but also opening to the back. And you can also use a movement to help you do this. Breathing in and out. And you don't need to copy my movements, whatever instinctual, kind of intuitive movements come, but bringing that energy into your heart, drawing it from below and above into your heart, and then releasing and opening. So just see what movements come to you as you're doing this. So you're breathing in and out and drawing the energy. Or you might want to do it in perfect stillness, whatever feels most beneficial for you. Just check with yourself. I'm just doing 2 more of these. Drawing from below, from above. And then placing both of your hands on your heart and connecting with your heart space. And closing your eyes if they're open, just really connecting with the felt sense in your heart and the physical point of contact, the warmth of your hands on your chest. And I'd like to invite you to bring something to your mind that you really appreciate or you feel very grateful for in your life. So something or somebody in your life that you really appreciate or you feel deep sense of gratitude. And see if you can evoke this in your heart right now. And it might come through image, it might come through memory, it might come through a situation that you remember. It could be a person, it could be an animal. So just evoking this to the best of your capacity and allowing the feeling to start arising in your body. How does this gratitude feel in your body? And what do you need to do to amplify this feeling? You might want to again use the breath and kind of on the inhalation, imagine that this gratitude is growing in your heart and kind of traveling all through your body. Or you might just need to think about a person or an animal that you're grateful for in your life, or a situation that you're grateful in your life. Or it might be that you take a posture of a gesture of gratitude. What does gratitude look like with your body? And you might want to start to explore that with gentle movement. If I am to connect to this feeling, can I find a movement that represents something of this feeling? And then making that movement even bigger, amplifying the movement, whatever it is. And if it's a repetitive movement, you might just go in and out, in and out. And really staying with that feeling of this is what I do have in my life and what I feel very grateful for. And then I like to invite you to connect with your heart again and to check with your heart, what is your heart's longing? So what is a state of being that you would like to have more of in your life? A resourceful state that maybe you don't have enough of, but that you would like to have more of. And when I say a state of being, what I actually mean is a state like peace and calm, or feeling grounded and centered, or maybe you want to have more acceptance in your life, or more courage, or more clarity, or more creativity, or playfulness, or freedom. So just check with your heart, what is it that you want to have more of? And once when you have that very clear, and it could be a few different things, and we will go through a few different things, but just see what is uppermost. When I ask these questions, what comes for you first? Oh, I would really like to have more of. And can you imagine how that would feel if you have more, let's say, I would like to have more freedom in my life. So whatever it is for you, evoke this and imagine it as if it's actually present for you in the here and now. How would that feel? So I'm just imagining how I would feel in my body. So not the thought of freedom, but it's like how does my body feel when I'm free in the here and now? And what will you do? If you had this more of your life, how would that affect you? What would you do? And then allow your body to move with that. You might kind of visualize being in this state and allowing your body to evoke these emotions in the here and now, and using the movement, or you might just want to walk around the room, kind of embodying this state. If I had this state, how do I stand? How do I walk? What do I do? How do I behave? Or it might be easier for you to do this just visualizing it and doing it in stillness. So there is no right way or wrong way. It's just your own unique way to work with this. But just evoking it to the best of your capacity. And some people are more visual and they need to close their eyes and they need to imagine. And they need to literally imagine stepping into this state. And some people actually enjoy movement, and following the movement and the gentle rhythm of the music might actually help you to evoke this. So whatever works for you. And then making it even bigger. Whatever you're doing, making it even bigger and more expansive. And then see if we can complete with finding just one gesture or repetitive movement that captures an essence of this state of being. Just exploring, is there one movement or some repetitive movements which really captures this? And as you're doing it, also taking a bit of a mental photograph of this movement. It's kind of like taking a snapshot of this from the inside out, how it feels in your body when you're moving this way. Because this is something that you can take from this session, that the movement can connect you to this state of being. Evoking it in the here and now through your body, through using movement and using breath. And making this movement smaller and smaller and smaller until eventually you end in stillness. And just noticing how this experience was for you. And then I want to invite you to start connecting with the sense of peace and calm within yourself. And to find an embodiment for that. So through your body, when you're feeling peaceful and calm and centered, and this could be in stillness or it could be in movement. But just see if you can evoke it. It could be a memory that you remember when you were last time in this state, and then you kind of like evoke that memory and evoke the feelings. So how do you find your way in? And is there anything that you can do with your body to help you find out? So I'll share for me, like I feel when I'm grounded, when I feel my feet firmly on the floor, I'm going to take this posture that in yoga I think they call a mountain pose. That really helps me connect with that sense of peace and centeredness. And it's actually in stillness, not in movement. So just see if you can find what is a posture for you. And then letting that go. And we're going to move into the next resourceful state, which is sense of aliveness. Sense of aliveness and freedom in the body. Could you try to find that through your body? When you're feeling alive and free, how do you move? How do you walk? How do you breathe? And really allowing your body to move freely with this. Just taking all the space in the room. Like dancing as if nobody's watching. Allowing your body to express itself through the free movement. And notice as you're moving freely like that, notice how that feels in your body. Notice this felt sense of aliveness in your body, the energy flowing as you're moving. Making it even bigger, even more expansive. It's really letting yourself go. And from here we're going to move into another resourceful state, which is playfulness. So bringing a little bit of playfulness in your movement now. And being free with your movements, like a child in the playground, just really allowing yourself to move in any way that your body wants to move. Being silly, being free, being loose, just being playful. And taking all the space in the room, making the movement even bigger, more courageous, more expansive. And from playfulness, we're going to move into creativity. So when you feel creativity flowing, trying to find that through your movement, putting it into a dance. Just being creative with the way you move your body. We usually use our body in a very repetitive way. So just see if you can experiment with some creative movements, something that you don't usually do. And notice how that feels, allowing yourself to move in this way. And from creativity, we're going to move into courage, feeling courage. Can you find courage with your body? And again, this could be through movement, or through a posture, or a stance. When you're feeling courageous, how is that? Can you find the courageousness with your body? And experiment with different kinds of movements. What feels right? And if you find one movement that feels right for this state, you just keep repeating it and noticing how this feels in your body. And then from here, you can move into clarity. When you have some clarity in your life, how does that feel? clarity. Can you find a movement or a body posture or a stance? So embodiment for clarity. And again, just experimenting with different types of movements until you find one that feels, this is it, this feels right for me. And being aware what's happening in your body, what are the sensations and the feelings in your body when you're evoking clarity. And then from clarity, we're gonna move into the last resourceful states that I want you to connect to this evening, and that's joy. When you're feeling joyful, how does that feel with your body? Evoking the joy, allowing your body to move joyfully through the space. And finding the movements that evoke the joy through your body, finding joyful movements. You might want to move to the rhythm of the music, or you might find your own rhythm of joy. Once again, there's no right way or wrong way of doing this. There's just one way, and it is your way. So finding a dance of joy. And your joy could be very kind of small movements, or it could be big movements, expansive movements. So just allowing yourself to listen to what your joy is. And as a part of completing today and completing this movement practice and connecting with your joy, just check with you with all these different states that I took you through, which one was most joyful, and then bringing that in together with your joy. So you might have enjoyed the freedom the best, or the peace, or clarity, or courage. So whatever the movement was with that, bring that together with your joy, so that those two states almost dancing together and making it even more joyful, just merging them together. And checking with your body how you want to complete. What else needs to happen before we bring this into stillness? How do you want to complete? And perhaps you might want to find one gesture or a small movement, something that could be like a little key into this practice. So when you want to do it later alone at home, you just open the key and you're there. It's your way in to your joy. It's a way in to the embodied resourceful practice. See if you can complete with finding just one gesture. Maybe experimenting with a few different gestures until you find one that feels right. And then slowly bringing it into stillness again. We're going to complete how we started with some grounding into the heart. And as you're breathing into your heart, also noticing how your energy is now and how the breath is flowing through your body now and how that feels in comparison to when we started. So we'll be breathing in together from the bottom of your feet and the top of your head into the heart. So one long inhale, drawing the energy into your heart, and then exhale through the mouth, releasing everything from your heart. Breathing into your heart, breathing out, releasing everything. Breathing into your heart and then releasing it back into the ground. Anything you want to let go of. Anything that you still holding, that you need to release. You can kind of send it with the out breath down into the earth, and the Mother Earth will recycle whatever you send her and send you some fresh energy from the earth into the heart. So just doing a couple of more of these breaths into the heart, from above, from below, into the heart, and release. And then letting it all go and returning to your natural breath. And becoming aware of the energy in your body all the way from your feet to the top of your head. And just noticing how this experience was for you. If there was one word that could describe this experience, what would the word be? If there was an image or a symbol, just let it arise in your mind's eye. Or there might be more than just a word, maybe a few words. How would you describe this experience? And then when you're ready, gently opening your eyes and becoming aware of the space around you, or entering into here and now, into your space. And making a transition, I'm going to give you 5 minutes on your own now to take your journal and pencils and colors. And if you had an image, when I invited you to invite an image, then drawing an image. If you had some words, then writing the words in your journal. So I'm just going to give you 5 minutes to do that.